talking about the reimagining Alki Beach. And my name is Nidhi.
My name's Leah.
And I'm Mackenzie.
And so we started off with this question about how are we trying to intervene at the waterfront, and not only right now but talking through the time. And we realized that across the time the sea level is gonna rise and it's gonna flood across as we see. This is the storm surge of like talking about in 100 years. It's the tide would go and affect this area of the neighborhood, and that's where we thought how are we trying to design understanding the ecology of the place and responding through our interventions. So for the existing, right now we have this sea wall that and the beach area, which is just right now it's responding to the sea level that is right now, but across the time it's gonna flood, and that's where we are thinking of softening the edge of waterfront by introducing a lot of nature-based solutions, and that would help reduce the impact that can happen in the 100 years. By talking about introducing different interventions that we're going to talk about, but giving a brief overview, which would be talking about Habitat Island, introducing reefs across the edge, and also bringing in the creek through like having riparian edge and salt marshes that would slow down the water and connecting the fresh water to the creek water that we have, and also introducing experiences of people to the water. So trying to bring in that change that we want to talk about, and moving ahead.
Depends on when they introduce the strategy we will use for the coexist. And here's like the process how the things will come up. This is the Alki beach today. So first we just remove the seawall to bring the reefs, which is here. You can see it is like the blocking some seawater to protect the area. And then we also come with this GIF to create a habitat island for the animals. Then during the time there will be more sand into this area, so it will grow like this, and we'll grow with small trees. And also we lead the creek into this area by marsh, and people can go through this area, and we still keep the beach in this part, which is like still be what we have right now, still be there. And also add the dunes to protecting this area as well. Finally, it will become like the big forest area, habitat island in this part. And also we want to introduce people to this area, which will add the boardwalk into the space. So you can walk through all the way into the area and experience the marsh there. And also you can have like some play area in this space. The community people still can have fun there.
So this is our proposed site plan. As you mentioned, that seawall that you see out behind you, it's not high enough to prevent floods in the future that will hit this neighborhood. So that wall goes away and is actually repurposed to create this new wall where the creek is going to carve its way to the bay. So anywhere you see these stones here, that's kind of illustrating what that seawall could be repurposed and reimagined as at the beach. Creating features like this wall that will come out to collect sediment to create the habitat island. That sediment coming from the creek. Create tide pool areas here as well that will flood as the tides come in and out, and also some artificial reefs that would be on the sandy side of the beach to help protect against the storm surges and slow them down before they flood the neighborhood. So here you can see the creek coming in, proposing along, or actually removing 59th Avenue for the creek to carve through under Alki Avenue and make its way to the bay. That's where the salmon will enter through these salt marsh habitats. And as I mentioned, the creek will bring sediment down from the forest and over time establish this habitat island where it collects here along this new rocky edge. To bring people into this area, we propose a boardwalk, so that'll give you opportunities to interact more with the salt marsh and also get closer to the habitat island. It also kind of bridges the sandy beach area to this new bathhouse area where we're standing right now. So over here, this will also create a situation where the beach is actually extended since the wall is not there anymore, and so you'll have much more behind you. You'll see much more beach out there, and we're proposing maybe having a pebble beach there, an opportunity to kayak or have the same types of activities, but just feel a little bit different than the sand that's on that side of the beach. Another element here, thinking about the bathhouse, extending the plaza to have different types of seating options for different events that are held here, as well as a lawn space and a play zone for kids who are coming from school to the beach. Where all of these intersecting roads come in, we're proposing some rain gardens to also help filter the runoff that's coming down from the neighborhood before it enters all of these lovely and sensitive habitats that we're proposing. On the sandy side of the beach, similar idea, having some dunes to help buffer those, buffer flooding as well, and then thinking about some canopy coverage here, because it can be a little rainy in Seattle, obviously, and sunny in the summer. So we want to keep a lot of the existing activities of the beach that are so beloved, like volleyball further down, as well as just lounging, having fires, those sorts of activities, as well as the Paddle to Seattle event. This will be filled with canoes during that event, so we are preserving much of the beach, even though you might not see that in this image. So our last few boards that we have go around on side 2, basically just illustrating these points, these areas that we just talked through. So here's imagining that creek gateway coming in under Alki Avenue. We have opportunities for interacting, getting down by the water, or just kind of observing from above. I'll just kind of quickly go through them. This is what that habitat island could look like. Birds would really love the rocky areas on the edge there, as well as different invertebrates and animals on the island itself. Here you can see the boardwalk that would go from the sandy beach area crossing over to this bathhouse side of the beach. How that creates an elevated experience above that salt marsh habitat.
So for the side of the beach that we are standing at and towards my left, we are thinking of it as discussed about the Pebble Beach and the recreational aspect of having maybe seating areas, lounge areas, as you can see in the pictures, and also creating that area where people can just talk through their day. So it's that idea that we have of having more recreational activities.
Here's the tide pool and rain garden area. So the tide pool will create a more safety space for people to swim in, and also the rain garden. You can see here's like the play area for the kids as well. So the rain garden also do the bioretention functions to filter the storm water, and it go down to the bay here, and it's also attractive to the animals, and people can have fun in that area.
On the last board, we're just showing that sandy beach that's so beloved, but enhanced a little bit with some canopy coverage like umbrellas, different lounge seating, and you can see the dunes here. So you'd actually be entering the beach through these dunes that would kind of rise above you a little bit. So it's more of a gateway experience entering the beach. And then from the beach here, looking out would be those reefs that we mentioned. So the blocky structure of the seawall would be broken up and created something that looks like this. And under that would be a great opportunity for eelgrass. That's also going to help slow the storm surge from coming in and create habitat as well. And it'd be a really great opportunity to kayak between those and have something kind of to look out at when you're at the beach. Yeah.